Good morning, Sir Bench. Good morning, Sir Fords. My name is Christy Mitalang, and today I'm going to do a return demonstration on the general care of our elderly. So, of course, the first thing we're gonna do is to make sure that we keep our care at home as much as possible. We do this by providing a spacious area for our elderly, wherein they have a feeling of, they actually have the feeling of procreativity and at the same time sense of belongingness. Okay. Number two, we also have to make sure that we coordinate our care. Okay, we can do that by having phone numbers of hospitals, clinics, okay, or any helpline close to our area available whenever needed. Okay. Number three is that we also make sure that we have our care regimens patient centered. We always remind them of their tasks like medications and the effectiveness of such. Number four, we also enable social inclusions. Okay, let the elderly roam around, meet new friends, and of course acquaintances. Okay, number five is that we also make sure that we are up to date in terms of the new technology. This is for us to be able to provide our elderly with better health introductions and at the same time progressive medical adaptations. Okay, and then of course the next thing is that we also make sure that we are aware of the insurance that they have or what we have, and this is for us to be able to provide them or make them aware of the things that they have, including the free care that they can take advantage of. Okay, and then of course after that we also take care of the caregiver. Be subtle, and but at the same time you have to make sure that you maintain a work-based attitude. Okay, and then lastly we have to learn and practice mindful communication. Okay, this is for us to measure up our self relations, and at the same time this is also for us to measure up our internal significance. All right, so now I'm going to do a return demonstration on how to dress our elderly. Okay, so a few things that we have to consider whenever we dress our elderly. Okay, so number one is to make sure that we simplify the choices. We can do that by removing excess clothing, or let's make sure that the closet is free from any excess clothing. Number two is that we also organize the process. Lay out all the things, lay out all the clothing that the patient or the elderly will be using on, I mean, based on which one he or he will be wearing first up to the last. Okay, and then number three, we also pick comfortable and simple clothing or simple outfit. Okay, cardigans, blouses that button in front are actually easier, okay, to work on compared to pullover tops. Okay, and then we also make sure that we choose comfortable shoes for them. And then lastly, as a nurse or as a caregiver, we also have to be flexible, okay, for our elderly. So that's it for dressing our elderly, how to properly dress our elderly. Now, moving on to our next topic, this is basically how to provide an utmost respect for our elderly. Okay, so one of the most important thing is we always speak politely to them. Okay, be polite as much as possible to our elderly. Okay, number two is that whenever we talk to them, no electronics, no gadget. Okay, this is for us to show them that we are genuinely, we genuinely care for them. Number three is that whenever you speak to the elderly or to the elderly's family, make sure that you look with them in the eye. Okay, because as what they said, everything, or you can actually see the sincerity of a person through the eyes, right? And then number four, you also ask thoughtful questions and give thoughtful answers. Okay. Number five is that whenever an elderly enters the door, you offer them your seat or you stand and let them sit. Okay, let them sit. Now, aside from that, whenever an elderly is entering or exiting, you hold or you open the door for them. Okay. Now, if an object, or now let's say for example they drop an object, you go ahead and pick the object, okay, and give it back to them. Another way for you to show an utmost respect for an elderly is for you to call them whenever it's their birthday, or whenever it's their wedding anniversary, or any occasions that's very important for them. Okay? And then you also call your grandparents, the elderly, occasionally, okay? And to make them feel loved, and for them to uh, make feel that they are being valued. All right? And of course, lastly, but also one of the most important, is that whenever they reach out to you, or whenever they want to talk to you via social media, or via cell phone, or via your mobile phone, make sure to respond to them. Either if it's the elderly or their family member, make sure to respond to them, because that's one of the way for you to show respect not only to the elderly but also to their family. So basically, that's it for how to show the utmost respect for elderly, and of course, at the same time for their family. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day.